Welcome back to Machete Boys Barbecue. It has been a minute, but I'm back, and I figured it's time that I share some recipes with you guys again. I'm sorry, but we've been out chasing trophies all over the Midwest. Today, I've got Kristen with me who's going to help me out. She is been a fixture on the Machete Boys Barbecue team for quite some time now.
Quite a while.
Yeah, more than a year, which makes her a fixture. She doesn't even have to wash dishes anymore, which is great. But
I got promoted.
She got promoted. But this year, we're going to teach Kristen how to make one of my favorite dishes. She's seen it in its original form, which is in a half pan, and it's called sweet potato souffle. But today, we're putting a little spin on it, and we're making it into a potato bomb that was inspired from my friends over at Addicted to Q. It's gonna have the classic crumble and a great filling with the toasted marshmallow just over the top. You guys are not gonna wanna miss this. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, stay tuned. Maybe Kristen will tell us a funny story or make some funny faces that might make it worth watching. I got no idea. But we're gonna get started right now. To get started, you need 3 sweet potatoes, just regular old variety sweet potatoes. We should wash them. Luckily, I've got a handy, great dishwasher. She's gonna wash these potatoes, and then we're gonna poke them with a fork. We're gonna get them wrapped in foil, and then we'll be able to put them out on our Weber Kettle that I've already gotten started, that I've got set up for indirect heat. Indirect means that the fire's on one side, and there's no fire on the other side. For those of you that are just getting into the barbecue game, I'm actually doing this on a Weber Kettle because it's something that everyone has, I think, should have in their backyard. It's actually my favorite grill. It's what I started barbecuing on. Trusty assistant has washed the potatoes. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna dry them off. If she'll bring them back over here. Fantastic.
Potatoes.
Are they dry or are they wet?
They're a little bit wet.
They're a little bit wet. Here's a dish towel. We'll save the earth and we'll dry our potatoes up.
I'll dry them off.
I gotta give a shout out to the guys at Addicted to the Q. He started talking to me about some potatoes that he was making, which kind of gave me the idea to try this recipe. We got 2 forks here. The next thing we're gonna do is just poke some holes in our potatoes, because we're gonna wrap these in foil, and then we're going to put them out on the Weber Kettle for about as long as it takes to make them soft inside. How long is that gonna take? You got any ideas?
An hour?
Let's hope not an hour. I'm thinking maybe 35 to 45 minutes. And the reason that I'm doing it indirect is because I don't want to get any of the char on the outside as if I had put them right over the coals. So if you've been following this along on social media, you'll see that I actually made this recipe kind of a trial run recipe to see if I actually would like it and if it was worth sharing with you guys a few days ago. So if you aren't following us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe, like, share, wherever you're watching this at, just hit that button for us. So that way you don't miss out. All right, how's your potatoes looking? You got enough holes in them?
I got enough holes in that one, I think.
All right.
You can check my work.
We'll trust that she got enough holes in them. The next thing to do is just take your potato and wrap it in some aluminum foil. Shiny side out, shiny side in, I don't care, just get them wrapped up. I was told at one time by someone in the barbecue world that if you wrap things on the inside of, or with the shiny side in, and that it radiates the heat better. I don't know if there's any truth to that, and this isn't a science project. We're just trying to get our potatoes soft.
That's a good stress reliever.
Is it? Are you stressed out about something?
Not anymore.
Ta-da! We've got our sweet potatoes nice and wrapped, ready for the grill. So let's get these on. We'll put a timer on them and we'll see how long they take. Her guess is an hour. I'm gonna guess 55 minutes. Closest without going over wins. But while your potatoes are getting soft on the smoker, you should make your strudel. Strudel is really easy, really simple to make. I've already got everything measured out here for you that you're gonna need. You need 4 tablespoons of brown sugar. You need a 1/4 cup of flour, a 1/2 stick of cold butter, and a 1/4 cup of chopped pecans. If you have nut allergies, the rub that I'm using today has nuts in it. There's obviously pecans in here. I also use nutmeg. But feel free to make this recipe your own. You could put bacon in here. You can make the strudel just without the nuts itself. You could omit the rub that has the pecan in it that I'm using to kind of satisfy whoever you might be feeding it to. I've got 20 people coming to my house for this year for Thanksgiving, which is kind of why we're jumping into this and starting these recipes now. And I think some of them have nut allergies, so I'll probably end up making a dish with nuts and then without, so that we don't get anyone sick. But make this your own. Let's see those creations. Be sure to share them with us at macheteboysbarbecue.com. I can't wait to see them. It's a lot easier if you have a food processor and you don't have to fight with a fork and a knife. Dump everything in.
Dump.
Hey, get the dump in.
Dump.
Some help I got here, right? Kind of slow on the draw a little bit today. And you want to make sure that your butter is cold. That is important. And you get all of that in there. And then you put the lid on it. All right, so we did an awesome job pulsing our strudel. You can see what we have here is just kind of like a nice crumble with the butter and the pecans all mixed down in there nicely. You want to keep this cold, so get it back into your refrigerator until we're ready to get to that next step. But give us a few minutes and we'll be right back. Thanks to TV Magic. So it's been a while since I've done this. I said all those instructions, completely forgot to turn the camera on, so you missed all those shots. But let's recap real quick how we got to this point. What we did is we took our sweet potatoes off of the grill. We cut them in half. We used a melon baller and scooped them all out so that you can see that they are like they are now here. And then we made our souffle mixture. In the souffle mixture, we got 1/3 cup of milk plus a little extra splash to get the consistency of it I liked. We put some nutmeg in there. We put some JQ spicy in there, AKA the best rub on the planet. We put some vanilla, some nutmeg, and a bit of allspice, and we had a dash of salt and a 1/4 cup of brown sugar. Then we used the blender and we got it to its nice consistency. So now what we're gonna do is you're just gonna take a spoon here and you're gonna just spoon it right into the center of your sweet potato cups.
How full do we want them?
Oh, just fill those babies up. All right, so those are looking fantastic. Love the way those look. The next thing we need to do is get our crumble out of the fridge and get those on top of our sweet potatoes. So I'm gonna grab the crumble. You keep making kind of the rest of them look real pretty.
All right.
All right, so I'm back with our crumble here. You remember we made this earlier. It's been hanging out in the fridge, and the reason why we wanted to hang out in the fridge is because we wanna make sure that that butter stays cold for us. What you wanna do is grab a handful of this and just pile it right on top of there, just like this. And the butter will melt, the crumble will set, and you'll have something really, really delicious happening here. You can be a little messy with it, that's okay.
I like a lot of crumble.
You like a lot of crumble?
A lot of crumble. These look pretty good.
These do look pretty good.
This one's having a little bit of a struggle here, but.
Is it? What about this one in the front here? Looks like he needs some love too. All right. So
those look awesome.
They do look awesome. We could be done here, but it wouldn't be edible. So we're gonna put them back on our Weber smoker, still set up indirectly, for about a half an hour. I'm just gonna put the potatoes right back on the grate. It's gonna be super simple. And then we're gonna come back and we're gonna melt some marshmallows so that we can top them off when it's all done. And we are probably about 40 minutes from Kristen being able to take a bite. This is the perfect time to melt some marshmallows. What I've got going here is a double boiler. So essentially there is a pot with water on it that is heated by some source. And then I've put a glass bowl on the top of it. And what this is gonna allow us to do is melt those marshmallows without caramelizing them. So it's kind of slowly melting them.
Need more?
No, I think this will work. This should work. But we are gonna go ahead and put just a tiny bit of water into here.
Like a tablespoon.
Like a tablespoon of water, I think that is.
That's what it looks like.
Slowly but surely, they are getting there. I think if Kristen will go ahead and just a dash.
Just a dash?
Not a ton, just a slight dash. Ah! Oh, she didn't get any there. Yep. There we go. All right. I mean, part of me kind of wants to put a little bit of cinnamon in this. Do you think that'd be good? Because we don't have any cinnamon yet in this recipe.
Cinnamon's a good Thanksgiving flavor.
It is a good Thanksgiving flavor, but do you think that's going to be too much with kind of what we got going on already? You know what? Grab the cinnamon out of this spice cabinet. All right, so Kristen found the cinnamon. I think we're just going to add just a little bit.
Just a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, like, anytime you're cooking something, like you're manipulating the original thing that came out, then it's a good time to add like more flavors to it and try like some different things. Careful, that's good. We don't want brown marshmallows, we just want a little bit of a hint of cinnamon marshmallows.
Oh, but, so I just need to grab the sage?
One, sage is green. I know my way around a spice cabinet. You're not gonna get me with that one. Oh, this looks pretty good. Do you want to sneak a finger in there and see how that tastes?
How it's tasting?
Probably tastes like water and marshmallow and cinnamon.
Ooh, I like that though.
Yeah?
I like the cinnamon for sure.
You like the cinnamon in there, or is it just give it just like enough of a little bit of extra zip?
Yep.
Which is awesome. Boom, you see that consistency there. You got some nice melty marshmallow. So we are going to go check on our potatoes, and we'll be back in just a few. 30 minutes, we left these on the Weber. We lost one soldier, rest in peace. They do get a little soft, so be careful. I would not suggest using tongs, so use a gloved hand. That way you can really get a firm hold on them so you don't end up making a complete mess of your grate. You can also put these into a pan, like a silver pan, and let them cook. That would work too.
Like a half pan?
Yeah, I thought about that afterwards, but sometimes you have good ideas and it's way too late. But this is what you're going for. Just a nice crumble that's on the top. You can see that it's set up very well. This one's really nice. All of them look quite delicious.
They look great.
Yeah. So the next thing we want to do is we want to take our marshmallow topping here, and we are just going to spoon a little of that over the top of each one, just like so.
Oh yeah.
You should have made more of this, I think. And that's it, folks. This is our sweet potato souffle made as a bomb with a marshmallow topping. I don't have a name for these yet. Kristen, you have a good name for these?
I do not.
I think we'll just call them sweet potato bombs, Machete Boy barbecue style, or something of that nature. But once again, thanks for hanging out with us today. It's been absolutely a pleasure. I'm happy to be back recording videos, sharing my love of barbecue with the world. Thank you, Kristen, for hanging out with me today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Anytime. You know where I live.
I know where the free food is.
That she does. And you just gotta drizzle that on top of here. But I'm pretty happy with how these are turning out. They look absolutely delicious. And I love the way that we're getting a little bit of the runny marshmallow over the top. Kristen's mouth is drooling. She can't wait to get into here. I know it. So we'll give this just a little bit more here. One thing that she doesn't know that's gotta happen is that I gotta take like 1,200 photos to get a YouTube thumbnail before she can dig into this. So she's gonna have to wait. But I think I see our candidate for the thumbnail right down there. So, woo! But I guarantee you, your family will love this. Kids will love this. Even if they don't like sweet potatoes, they will love it. Sure. It's customizable. You could put bacon bits over the top of this. I must have said bacon like 12 million times.
I think you want bacon.
I think I'm gonna blame it on the guys from Addicted to the Cube, because he was talking about bacon and marshmallows so much. I felt like I should put bacon on this, but I think that might be too much. But if you give this a shot, please let me know in the comments what you think about it. Difficulty level, how difficult would you say this would be to make, Kristen?
I would say it's pretty easy.
It's pretty easy, right?
Yeah.
Like, and this is definitely something that will wow if you're looking for a recipe to like knock the socks off some of your guests at Thanksgiving. I think this would do it. But make sure you hit that subscribe button. Absolutely can't wait to make mac and cheese for you guys next. So you don't want to miss it. Thanks for hanging out today.
Yeah.
We're gonna take some pictures. We're gonna get Kristen a bite, and we'll see you next time. Have a good one. Disappointed with that at all? No, I like it. Nicely done. Cheers.
Cheers.